The other thing that I try to do is to get my students excited about doing history and to suddenly see that history is alive because it's changing constantly. And this is one of the first ways we can talk about how history has changed.
There are 3 columns. What does the first one say at the top? It's very small print, I know.
What do you see? What do you see? More details.
Good.
I adapted the Library of Congress data sheet to use to collect, to analyze primary sources, brought it down a little bit more to their level and simplified it.
And we call that observe. Observe is what can you see. So let's look at that first drawing. What can you see? What do you observe?
Fish.
Fish, okay?
So food.
Food.
So put food.
Are there any people?
Yes.
How many?
You see corn.
Where do you see corn, Peyton?
Right here on the floor.
Right there on the floor. How many ears? Could you write how many ears? Is that a detail? 4 ears of corn. What is that?
Squid.
It does look like squid, doesn't it? How about this?
Shell.
And if you look at it really closely, it almost looks like shells, maybe nuts or maybe
It is a
some sort of
shell.
shellfish.
It is a shell.
Wow. Yes, you all found some great detail. Would you look in the second column after observe? Can you read it with the lights out? It says reflect
But there's not light in it.
or infer.
Infer.
Could you infer that they're mad at each other?
No.
No, but what could you infer maybe?
Their wife and husband.
You could, you're going to infer that they're wife and husband. Why?
Because they're kind of sitting together and it looks like they've always been together.
Okay. Oh, it looks like they've always been
It
together.
looks like there's some water in the
Good observation, Jocelyn. Could you infer that they're happy?
Yes. Can we write this stuff down?
Yeah. If you agree, is an inference, does everybody have to infer the same thing?
No.
No. So those are all inferences, things that you can look at the drawing and assume, but you don't exactly have hard facts for it, right?
And finally, and I think most importantly, what questions would you as a historian have after you look at this drawing and you react to it and reflect on it?
Jocelyn said something, but I would like to know it for sure. Are they,
Wife and husband.
she wants to know, are they wife and husband? So that's her question.
Are they married?
You can, yes.
How did they make the earrings?
That's a really good question. How would they make their earrings? Would you like to know how they made anything else?
The food?
How they made the food? What other questions would you ask about this? Katie?
Are they hungry?
Are they hungry? Okay.
And I think that's one of the hardest things for students to do is develop questions about history. So if we can start developing a question about something that they're looking at, then they can become more comfortable in the questioning strategy. And also an important SOL in Virginia history is to compare and contrast.
Here is John White's original watercolor. And then you can see the engraving. What do you notice different about the engraving again? Katie?
If you compare the 2 walkways, this one's coming from 2 directions, and then this one's coming from 1 direction.
How about detail? Jessica?
It has like trees and the other one doesn't look like it has trees.
So the engraving, which is based on that drawing, shows the detail outside the village. How about this palisade or the sticks, the fence? Jessica or Jocelyn?
Those sticks are skinnier and those sticks are fatter.
These sticks are better?
Fatter.
Fatter, and those sticks are skinnier.
If they engraved it, isn't it supposed to be like exactly the same thing? I mean, because the spikes are they look like lines.
Okay, let's put our history hat on. What are you saying here? That maybe
Maybe they tweeted it on a little, they changed it a little.
tweeted on it, changed it a little. I think he's right. How many agree with John? But is there enough difference to change your mind about the drawing?
And I thought it was an excellent way to look at the white drawings and compare it with the engravings. And they really seem to eat that up. But it's not there.